surveys. You're going to be working with surveys for your Project 3 and also for your Project 4B. So I just briefly kind of want to touch base with you on this. And as you probably are aware, most businesses need to understand its customers and its employees. Asking questions or taking a survey to understand the customer or employees' needs is really the best way to make future decisions that are best for the business growth and stability. It does take some time to make these surveys and questions, but it really does stabilize things if you get input from people. A survey is often the best way to record the customers' and the employees' requests. The definition of a survey is a data collection tool used to gather information about individuals, and surveys are commonly used for business research. Surveys can be done several different ways, as you may be aware of them. Sometimes you can see them when you're walking in the mall. There'll be people there to ask questions. Those people are actually paid by businesses. Usually a business is paying a market research company, and they're gathering information specifically about a product they're considering making or selling or developing. That's one way that you may be familiar with it. You also get phone calls on the phone asking you questions to take a market survey. That is another way businesses pay to have surveys done. You can actually do your own survey if you have a small business and it's not a large corporate business. The survey that I've been involved in, I was in a company where they wanted to purchase next generation computers that were going to work for the company for the next 10 years. And they actually picked 4 of us in the company. It was a very large company, it was GTE, to interview people, come up with a survey that we spent several months doing, and actually interview hundreds of people, and then come up with the survey results, and then make the plan, present the plan to upper management. And it took us approximately 1 year, and they purchased computers for all employees based upon the results of the survey. And we got a lot of great input from employees as far as both technological input and also then the employee needs. So that would be an internal survey. In business, since we're talking about business math, we're going to be thinking a little bit about external surveys. And those are surveys that you're going to be making to your friends, your neighbors, your family, anybody that you run into actually, about the business you're going to develop. So your Project 4B is going to be coming up with 10 questions about your product. You're going to ask people what they like and don't like. It can be anything: size, shape, color, flavor, location, just your basic idea if they like it or not. You can do yes, no, you can do a rating scale 1 to 10, but you want to think about that, because when you're done collecting your survey information, you will then come up with kind of your survey results. And that's going to actually be your input and make your final decisions for your Project 5B. So just wanted you to get an idea that is coming. In your Project 3, there's one page where you're actually going to be just reading a survey. It's just a table. Usually once a survey is completed, you put all the information together in kind of a consolidated form, and most people put it in a table because it all fits on one page. And you get kind of a broader look at the data. So basically you'll be looking at your survey and drawing conclusions from it. I'm looking here. It is in Project 4. Sorry, it's the first page of Project 4. So they put together all the statistics and the survey results of 500 people. And it's a water company, and they asked 500 customers to rate its new water purifier that they installed in kitchen faucets. And there's a rating system of how many people responded. So you're going to read this chart and answer 4 questions. And I'm hoping this will give you some insight as to what kind of questions you're going to want to ask in your project for me. Okay? What I want to come up with for this example is I just want to brainstorm this morning. I want to brainstorm what kind of questions would be focused on a product. What kind of questions would you ask that would be focused on a product? Yes, any kind of question focused on your product would be good. That's a good one. Where would you buy my product? You can leave that open-ended. You might get a variety of answers. Sometimes it's better to either put a scale answer where they have options like 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, or to give options choices where they could choose from. So in this case, I put grocery store, QT, or Walgreens. If those are the primaries you're considering. Okay, what would be another question that you could ask about your product? Okay, yeah, a lot of times if you're doing a food product, then you're going to be dealing with tastes, scents, or colors. So you can ask for input on which of their top 3. Now notice if it's circle your top 3 favorite flavors, well, there's only 3 listed. So in order for this to be effective, you would really want to have, 7, 8. So you would actually find out the top 3 they would like, or you could have them list their top 3. Okay. You think of another one regarding a product? Okay, so with a product, you want to get some idea of what people would be willing to pay. Oh, that's a good one. You want to know if they actually purchase, like if you're doing your product's going to be, say, popcorn, then you actually want to know how often do they already eat or purchase this similar product. And then you also want to find out, that's good, tied right in with this, how often they're going to buy your product. Now remember, if you're surveying friends and family and neighbors, they're probably going to be a little biased on that. That's why unbiased survey is a little more effective. People that don't know you give you more of a straight up answer. Okay, so that is another way you can find out if you are truly trying to start a business when you're doing these projects. If you want true responses, you would want to just maybe go to a QT or someplace and survey people that you don't know so that you would get unbiased results. Okay, so those are some things that we could ask if we were focused on the product. Now, for this next one, what kind of questions would you ask as far as customer preference? Yep, that's a good one. How far would they drive? Yep, what store do you buy these types of items in? Oh, that's a good one. Would you give this as a gift? And I guess I could add to that, would you use this for your family or for your children? So it's a little bit more, they're a little bit more people oriented when you're thinking about customer preference. Okay? So this will just give you some ideas now for your own project 4B. So you could start thinking what questions you would ask about the customer's preference. Okay? This doesn't really pertain to our class, but this does pertain to surveys in general. And it's questions that you would ask if you were doing an employee survey at work. So some of the questions you might ask would be, what? Yes. Yes, most places do have a break room at work, so you want to ask if they're satisfied with the break room and if they have any ideas. That's a great idea. You could ask what would make their job more effective. That's great. Sometimes just one tool or one change in the computer software could make a huge difference for several employees. Now this one is a good one to ask. But employers need to ask this because when they don't have a high retention rate, it costs companies a lot of money to retrain people. So one of the things they want to do is they want to keep an open ear to their employees and pretty much ask them what benefits would be a benefit to you. Now the only problem about asking this is several employees jump on the same boat with what they want and the company can't offer it because it's too costly, and sometimes that's not helpful. You can actually Google companies that are the best companies to work for, and some of those companies offer really basic things like they offer just a little small room, an exercise room. They offer flex hour, which means you have to work your shift, but you can come in at different time frames. They offer a break room that actually has like couches and the lights are dim, so if you've had a bad evening, your baby's up crying all night, and you're at work and you need a quick little 30-minute nap, instead of trying to push through work and do the job, you can actually go in and rest. I've also seen now, and this is in very many companies, where they have most of the offices have cubicles now, where they have the desks that lift up, and you can actually stand or walk on a treadmill, but you can move your desk up and down. It keeps people from getting stagnant and sitting in their offices. Can you think of anything? Oh, that's a good one. Vending machines. vending machines that have different foods in them. Putting in healthy foods, or maybe lattes or coffees or smoothies. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, so now you understand a little bit more about surveys. And you can look at these different video clips on surveys. And remember, if you are listening to this recording live, at the end of this session, I will poll you and you'll receive your participation points. If you're listening to this session as a recorded link, remember that you can download the entire presentation by going to the bottom left-hand corner and searching for this presentation, highlighting it, and you can download or upload the file to your computer. You will need to answer the following 5 questions on the last page of this survey, and you'll need to email those to me. You can also find the links to all these presentations in your announcements, and full participation points are earned by completing 2 links and emailing those to me if you're not able to make the live sessions. Okay? Well, I'm glad you were here today in Business Math B Surveys. I hope this helps you with your Project 4 of understanding what a survey is. And I'm looking forward to reading your surveys in Project 4B and helping you develop your own business. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again in Dobie. Be sure to message me if you have any questions. Have a great day.